someone who will love you, and call you their own. That night, under the creak of the ceiling fan, Ophelia tried. Her cot was small, the sheets thin, but she closed her eyes tight and whispered into the dark, "Dear God, please find me." The next morning, Doreen came again, crouching by the cot with a teasing smile. "Did you pray?" Ophelia nodded solemnly. "Good," Doreen said. "Then you must keep praying every day until your answer comes." And so she did. Days passed. Weeks. Each evening, after dinner, after the lights went out, she'd whisper the same words into the dark. Sometimes the other children giggled and told her God was too busy for small girls, but she didn't stop. Even as more children left, their names replaced on the clipboard by new arrivals, Ophelia kept her promise. And Miss Doreen kept hers, returning each morning to ask the same gentle question, "Did you pray?" It was on one of those quiet mornings, when the harmattan wind blew dust through the courtyard and the sunlight looked almost pale, that the head matron came into the nursery. Her voice was brisk. "Miss Doreen, there's a visitor. Someone wants to speak with you." The visitor was Mama Eki, wrapped in a simple Ankara shawl, her face lined with stories. She had been turned away before, too old, they said, too poor, too rural to raise a child. But she had come again, stubborn, hopeful, carrying a faith that looked a lot like love. Miss Doreen met her at the doorway. "You've been here before," she said with gentle surprise. Mama Eki smiled faintly. "They told me I was too late. But God doesn't close doors." "Not truly." Doreen hesitated, then looked toward the far end of the room where a little girl sat, legs folded, humming softly to her doll. "There's one child left," she said. "She's been here the longest." Mama Eki turned, following her gaze. Ophelia was smaller than the rest, her hair uneven, and her eyes too old for her face. Doreen called out softly, "Ophelia, come." The girl stood, hesitant, her doll pressed to her chest. She looked from Doreen to the stranger. Mama Eki bent down, slow and deliberate, until her eyes met the child's. "You don't have to smile," she said gently. "Just hold my hand." For a long moment, Ophelia stared at her, the rough palms, the kind eyes, and the warmth that seemed to rise like sunlight in the cold room. Then she reached out, her small fingers curling around the woman's. Doreen watched silently, her heart caught between joy and ache. That afternoon, the